Welcome to video number 2 in my series Breathe Your Way to Better Health. And in my last video I was talking about how my breath work has made all the difference to my being able to actually feel a little better and feel in control of some of the very scary things that have happened on my long COVID journey. And today what I had planned to talk about was just to educate us all, because I had to educate myself about the difference between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. So we all have an autonomic nervous system, and these are body functions that we have absolutely no control over. We don't even have to think about them, they happen. So things like our heart beating and our blood pressure and our digestion. And breathing is actually part of the autonomic nervous system, but it is the only part of the autonomic nervous system that we have control over, because we can actually control our breaths. So, two parts, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. So let's talk about the sympathetic first. The sympathetic, the word actually comes from the Greek, meaning with feelings. So if you think about sympathy, it's the same kind of word, but it's a very powerful word. And when you're in the sympathetic mode, it's also known as fight or flight. It's a very, very powerful emotional time. Fear, anger, anxiety, racing heart rate, all the things, and the mobilization of our skeletal muscles, so that if we were being chased or if we were in a really stressful situation, we could move. And when our sympathetic nervous system is activated, we get a shot of adrenaline, cortisol, lots of chemicals are released. And during long COVID, that was, when you get some things going on with your body that you have no idea why it's happening, these increasing heart rates and blood pressure, you go into that sympathetic nervous system, or that sympathetic state, and it's an exhausting state for your body, and it's a scary state, as opposed to the parasympathetic mode, which is a very relaxing mode. It's kind of the chill mode, and para is Greek for against, so it's against the feelings, so it's very, very calming, relaxing, chill out. Also known rest and digest, feed and breed. So it has a lot of things to do with your food and your feelings, and so we're just going to leave it at that. But it's a very calming state for your body to be in. And when your body is in that calm state, it's able to do some things that in the sympathetic mode it cannot do, because literally your body is trying to just stay alive. So when we're in states of high stress, the sympathetic, what we want to do is get our body into the parasympathetic. And one of the nerves that is involved in the parasympathetic system is the vagus nerve, and that's going to be the topic of the next video. But just a short introduction about the vagus nerve is it's actually the second largest nerve in the body, and it starts in your brain and then just goes throughout your body. It goes to your heart, goes to your lungs, it goes to your digestion, it goes to your sexual glands. And what you want to do in order to get into the parasympathetic mode is you actually want to stimulate the vagus nerve. So, a couple of really simple exercises just to get you aware of your breath and whether you're in the sympathetic or the parasympathetic. So when you breathe, when you take an inhale, you're actually going into the sympathetic mode because your heart rate increases. And then your exhale, the calming breath, puts you into the parasympathetic. So it's always important to actually exhale for longer than you inhale. So one of the first things that I learned in my breath work was to do an inhale for 4 counts and an exhale for 6 counts. And the other thing that is very important, a little aside, is that the thing that you should be using for breathing to calm yourself down is actually your nose. Your nose is used for breathing. Your mouth is used for eating and talking. So remember, you should be inhaling and exhaling through your nose for maximum relaxation. So you want to inhale for 4 and exhale for 6 in and out of your nose. And that will actually get you into that parasympathetic mode. So try that for 2 minutes. Just sit down quietly. Make sure the air goes down into your belly, because when we breathe in our upper chest, that also puts us in that parasympathetic mode, that really heavy chest breathing. That's the hyperventilation. We don't want that. We want the air going all the way down into our lower diaphragm, our diaphragmatic breath. So a lot of things in this video, but very important things, because we have control over our breath. And in stressful situations, it's my hope that you will pick up on one of these tools that you can use immediately so that you can calm yourself, your mind, and your body. And like I said, it's really helped me beyond explanation, but it has helped me so much to be able to deal with the COVID storms and some really scary moments. So I want to pass this information on to you, but I'll be back and we'll have a little chat about the vagus nerve.